So, Adhyatana Panchangam, Shubhakranama Samvatsare Uttarayane, Vasantaratau Vaishakhamase, Krishna Pakshe, Amavasya Tithihi, Sampurna Ratro, all day tonight. Kritika Nakshatram till 9:42 p.m. followed by Rohini Nakshatram, Sthiravasaraha, Atiganda Yogaha till 1:24 p.m. followed by Sukarma Yogaha, Chatushpada Karanam till 6:25 p.m. followed by Nagava Karanam throughout the night. So today there are only 2 Karanams. Sarvebhyaha Suprabhatam. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
So we'll quickly recap. Last time we completed the 71st sarga, where Janaka described his lineage in response to Vasishtha, to which in 72 sarga beginning, Vishwamitra made a proposal. We'll quickly read those shlokas and continue from there. Tamuktavantam Vaideham Vishwamitro Mahamunihi Uvacha Vachanam Viram Vasishtha Sahito Nrupam. Along with Vasishtha to the king Janaka, he has replied or proposed. Achintyanya Prameyani Kulani Narapungava Ikshvakunam Videhanam Naisham Tulyosti Kaschana. There is no comparable like your 2 families. Excellent relationship. Sadrusho Dharma Sambandha Sadrusho Rupa Sampada Rama Lakshmanayo Rajan Sita Chormilaya Saha. Along with Sita and Urmila, Rama and Lakshmana, these two couples are so made for each other, like Dharma Sambandha Sadrusha, made for each other in Dharma, Rupa Sampada, made for each other in their beauty and in their forms. Vaktavyam chanarasreshtha shruyatam vachanam mama. Also, I also have to say one more thing. May you please listen to me. Bhrata yaviyam dharmajna esha raja kushadvajaha asya dharmatmano rajan rupena pratimam bhuvi sutadvayam narasreshtha patnyartham varayamahe. Then he looks at Daśaratha and makes a proposal that, hey, this Yaviyan, this younger King Kushadvaja, he is also a great person, Dharmena, Dharmatmana, and Asya Dharmatmana, of this Dharmatma, Rupena Apratimam Bhuvi Sutadvayam. He has 2 daughters, Sutadvayam, Rupena Apratimam, uncomparable beauty. There is none like them, beauty. Patnyartham varayamahe. Let us seek them also as wives for Bharatasya Kumarasya Shatrughnasya cha dhimataha, for Bharata and Shatrugna respectively. Varayete sute rajan tayorarthe mahatmanaha. Let us seek those 2 girls for our 2 sons of Bharata and Shatrugna, who are Mahatmas. Putra Daśarathasya Rupa Yav. So let's continue probably from here, even though 1 or 2 shlokas, but we can read from here. Someone repeat after me. Putra Daśarathasya
Putra Daśarathasya
Rupa Yavvana Shalinaha
Rupa Yavvana Shalinaha
Lokapala Samas Sarve
Lokapala Sama Sarve
Devatulya Parakramaha
Devatulya Parakramaha
Ubhayorapi Rajendra Sambandhenanubadhyatam Ikshvaku Kulam Avyagram Bhavatah Punyakarmanaha. So he continued to say, Putraha Daśarathasya. Again, he's looking at Janaka and saying, these 2 sons of Daśaratha, who are Rupa Yavvana Shalinaha, because he praised Kushadvaja's daughters. So now he is also praising Daśaratha's sons to Kushadvaja and Janaka. And so he's saying, Daśarathasya ime, these sons, Rupa Yavvana Shalinaha. Ime is Bahuvachanam, so all 4 sons. All 4 sons of Daśaratha or Rupa Yavana Shalinaha. Their strength right now, their quality right now is they're handsome. They are handsome. And Lokapala Samaha, equivalent to those 5 Lokapalakas, they are also so powerful, energetic, and able. Sarve Devatulya Parakramaha, all of them are equivalent to divine deities. Devas, Devatulya Parakramaha. They're equivalent in their valor and strength to all devas. Ubhayorapi, Rajendra, Sambandhena Anubadhyatam. Oh Rajendra, may you too, both Janaka and Kushadhvaja, get into a relationship with Daśaratha by offering your daughters respectively to these handsome princes. By that, Ikshvakukulam Avyagram, your Ikshvakukulam will become unbeatable. Bhavataha Punyakarmana, your lineage, which is a very pure sacred lineage, Punyakarmana, done, filled with all divine activities that you have been doing so far, great, good, pure activities that you have been doing so far, will become further unbeatable. So may you accept, get into this relationship. Vishwamitra vacha shrutva,
Vishwamitra vacha shrutva,
vasishthasya mate tada,
vasishthasya mate tada,
janaka pranjalirvakyam,
janaka pranjalirvakyam,
uvacha munipungavau.
uvacha munipungavau.
So Janaka in Kritanjali pose, after listening to Vishwamitra's Vachaha, Vishwamitra Vachaha, after listening to Vishwamitra's proposal, Vasishthasya Mate Tada, along with in agreement with Vasishtha, listening to that proposal of them, Janaka Pranjalihi Vakyam Uvacha Munipungavau. So Janaka responded, addressed Munipungavau Dvivachanam. So to both Vasishtha and Valmiki and Vishwamitra, Janaka responded back. Kulam dhanyamidam manye.
Kulam dhanyamidam manye.
Yesham tau munipungavau.
Yesham tau munipungavau.
Sadrusham kula sambandham.
Sadrusham kula sambandham.
Yadāgñāpayatah swayam.
Yadāgñāpayatah swayam.
Evam bhavatu bhadram vaha.
Evam bhavatu bhadram vaha.
Kushadvajasute ime.
Kushadvajasute ime.
Patnyau bhajetam sahitau.
Patnyau bhajetam sahitau.
Shatrugna bharatavubhau.
Shatrugna bharatavubhau.
So he started saying, responded saying, Sadrusham kula sambandham. Again, made for each other families of Daśaratha, you and mine and my brothers. So, kulam dhanyam idam manye. So, I feel idam kulam, this family of ours, is blessed, is grateful. Dhanyam, dhanyam idam kulam manye. Yesham tau munipungavo, for whose family is supported, blessed, and is proposing by 2 great munis, both Vasishtha and Vishwamitra. It's proposed by such great munis. I am very confident that my family is blessed, and of course your family is also blessed. So he is saying, Evam bhavatu. Okay, so let it be. As you have proposed, we are accepting. Let it be. Evam bhavatu. Bhadram vaha. Vaha is bahuvachanam in Madhyama Purusha. Bhadram te in ekavachanam. To you in one person. To all of you. Bhadram vaha. Bhadram vaha. Kushadhvaja sute ime. The 2 daughters of Kushadhvaja, these 2. Patnyau bhajetam. All right. May they be serving the roles of wife. Shatrugna bharatavubhau sahitau, along with or for, let them be wives for Bharata and Shatrugna. And he is continuing to say, Ekannaha rajaputrinam.
Ekannaha rajaputrinam.
chatasrunam mahamune
चतस्रूणां महामुने
panim grunhantu chatvaro
पाणिं गृह्णन्त चत्वारो
rajaputra mahabala.
राजपुत्रा महाबला.
So he's saying ekahanna in one day itself. Hey, let's not find several days, right? Ekahanna in one day itself. Rajaputrinam chatasrunam, of the 4 princesses, 2 of mine and 2 of my brothers, Kushabhajas, Mahamuni, Panim Grunhantu. Let in one day itself, Chatvaro Rajaputraha Mahabalaha. In the same day, all the 4 strong princes of Daśaratha, may they seek the hands of the 4 princesses of our 2 brothers in same day itself. So he is again proposing Uttare Divase Brahman
उत्तरे दिवसे ब्रह्मन्
Phalgunibhyam Manishinaha
फल्गुनीभ्यां मनीषिणः
Vaivahikam Prashamsanti
वैवाहिकं प्रशंसन्ति
Bhago Yatra Prajapatihi.
भगो यत्र प्रजापतिः.
So the very next day, Brahman, oh Brahman, he's addressing Vasishtha and so Vishwamitra, both of them are Brahmarshis. So Brahman, Uttare Divase, on the next day of Phalguni Bhyam, of the Phalguni stars, Uttara Phalguni, after the next day of Uttara Phalguni, Manishinaha Vaivahikam Prashamsanti. It is said that after the Phalguni, Uttara Phalguni Nakshatram, Vaivahikam Manishinaha Prashamsanti. The society, all people, they appreciate the marriages done after the Uttara Phalguni immediately. Bhago Yatra Prajapatihi, where Bhagaha is the Prajapati of that star. So, because as society says, let us also, I mean, as generally it's an accepted norm, let us also perform the marriage accordingly. Eva muktva vachas saumyam
Eva muktva vachas saumyam
pratyuthaya kritanjalihi
pratyuktaya kృతాంజలి
ubhau munivarau raja
ubhau munivarau raja
janako vakyam abravit.
janako vakyam abravit.
So both the munis, which is Vishwamitra and Vasishtha, evam uktva, having said this, saumyam vachaha, very sweet proposal, pratyuthaya, getting up, standing up in response to Janaka, kritanjalihi, they also in kritanjali mudra, ubhau munivarau raja janakaha vakyam abravit. Raja Janaka had replied to both of them who have stood up. Paro dharma kruto mahyam
परो धर्म कृतो मुह्यं
Sishyosmi bhavatos
शिष्योऽस्मि भवतोस्तथा
imanyasana mukhyani
इमान्यासनमुख्यानि
asyatam munipungavau
आस्यतां मुनिपुङ्गवो
yatha daśarathasyeyam
यथा दशरथस्येयं
tatha yodhya puri mama
तथा योध्या पुरी मम
prabhutve nasti sandeho
प्रभुत्वे नास्ति सन्देहो
yatharham kartumarhatha.
यथार्हं कर्तुमर्हता.
So Janaka is now responding back to both Vasishtha and Vishwamitra, saying yatha daśarathasya paro dharmaha krutaha mahyam. You have done great dharma to me. Paraha dharmaha krutaha mahyam, for me. So sishyaha asmi bhavataha tatha. With this proposal, I am so pleased that I am your sishya now. Treat me also as your sishya, Janaka is saying. Imani asana mukhyani asyatam. May you be seated in the special asanas for you. Munipungavau, oh both of you. Please come and sit on my side now. I am accepting you as our guru, or you accept me as your sishya. So that's how he is saying it. And he is saying, yatha daśarathasya Ayodhya tatha iyam puri mama. Feel free. Aapka hi ghar maniye. Meelli anukondi we say, right, in Telugu also. So also he's responding, or he's saying that yatha daśarathasya Ayodhya, just as Ayodhya is to you, Vasishtha, you feel so at home at Ayodhya of Daśaratha, tatha iyam puri mama, so also this city of mine is yours. Feel free at home. Prabhutve nasti sandehaha. Whatever authority you have in Ayodhya with Daśaratha, trust me, take the same authority. Prabhutve nasti sandehaha. Please take the same authority of Mithila also and take it forward. Take this proposal forward. Yatha arham kartum arhatha. As required, as needed, please do all the needful. Tatha bruvati vaidehe.
तथा ब्रुवति वैदेहे
Janake raghunandanaha.
जनके रघुनन्दनः
Raja daśaratho hrishtaha.
राजा दशरथो हृष्टः
Pratyuvacha mahipatim.
प्रत्युवाच महीपतिम्.
So tatha bruvati. Thus, after Janaka Vaideha said, after Janaka the Vaideha having said this honors to Vasishtha, Raja Daśaratha Hrishtaha. Raja Daśaratha is so pleased. Wow, you like our Guru also? Good, I am very delighted. Raja Daśaratha Hrishtaha Mahipatim Pratyuvacha. He responded back to the King Janaka, saying this: Yuvam asankheya gunau.
युवामसंख्येय गुणौ
Bhratarau Mithileshwarau.
भ्रातरौ मिथिलेश्वरौ
Rushayo Rajasanghascha.
ऋषयो राजसङ्घाश्च
Bhavadbhyam abhipujitaah.
भवद्यामभिपूजिताः.
So he said, Yuvam, Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. Tvam is you in one singular person. Yuvam is you two, when we talk to two people. Yuyam is to all of you. Just as Aham, Avam, Vayam, me, we two, all of us. Likewise, Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. So Raja Daśaratha is addressing both the brothers, Janaka and Kushadvaja. So he is saying Yuvam, addressing in the Dvivachanam. Yuvam asankheya gunau. Wow. You two seem to be with innumerable good qualities. Asankheya gunau. Bhratarau Mithileshwarau. The two brothers who are kings of Mithila. Of course, Kushadvaja is given the other Sankashi city, but he is also brother of Janaka, so both of them are addressed as Mithileshwarau. Rishayah Rajasanghascha, several rishis and other allied kings, ally kings. Rishayah Rajasanghascha Bhavadbhyam Abhipujitaah. All of them are worshipped by you. So, swasti prapnuhi bhadram te.
Swasti prapnuhi bhadram te.
Gamishyamaha swamalayam.
Gamishyamaha swamalayam.
Śrāddhakarmani vidhivat.
Śrāddhakarmani vidhivat.
Vidhivat. Vidhasya iti chabravit.
Vidhasya iti chabravit.
So he said, swasti prapnuhi. You are worshipped by all kings and all rishis and other, your Samant Rajas, which is all your allied kings, allies. And so, swasti prapnuhi, you will obtain the best welfare. Swasti prapnuhi bhadram te, all the best to you. Gamishyamaha swamalayam. All right. I think we have accepted the proposals. Now it's time. let us go home. Why? Śrāddhakarmāni vidhivat vidhāsya. Because we have to now, as you also mentioned, and as required, we have to now go and do śrāddhakarmāni, which is Pitrakaryam, which is part of our Nandi Homam and Ankurārpaṇa that we do, Nandi Homam especially, where we invite all our ancestors and seek their blessings and promise them that with this vivaha, may you live for infinite number of years with infinite number of, with infinite amount of happiness. Niratishayananda Swargaloka Praptirastu is the sankalpa we make there. So rather Daśaratha also is saying, okay, let us go and now do the śrāddhakarma. Tama prashtva narapatim Raja Daśarathastada
Raja Daśaratha
Munindrau tau puraskritya Jagamashu mahayashaha. So tam aprashtva, tam is janakam. So aprashtva, seeking, asking for permission to leave. Abhi agnya chahta hu, agnya dijiye, right? That's how we say before leaving, right? So aprashtva means having asked what? Basically permission to leave, which is our culture. Maybe agnya dijiye, abhi hum jayenge, niklenge. So tam aprashtva, by asking Narapatim, by seeking Janaka's permission for Daśaratha and his team to leave, Raja Daśaratha tada Munindrau tau paraskritya, again having Vasishtha and Vishwamitra in front of him, so that let them lead us. So that is our respecting culture. Always have elders in front of us. In fact, I was looking at Siri's wedding photos. When we first received it, 24th morning, when we received all of them, their family of 40 people who arrived from Chennai into the Haryana Bhavan on the stairs, where now if I see the picture, the group photo, my Sambandhi, Somashekharji, actually he's behind, he's not seen, but in the front is his father and his mother. In the first row, we could see his father and mother. So yesterday, as I've seen that, and now I read this, Munindrau tau paraskritya, keeping elders in front of us, whether it is for photos or wherever. And also, I've learned it. I mean, we know it, but I've seen it practically. So it established my my belief one more time. All the gifts that they were reading, every time they put clothes or gifts for everything, anything to us, to our daughters, to wherever. In the Chadivimpalu, we say, right, where the Brahma is reading or announcing on behalf of the gifter. All the gifts were made in the name of their parents, never in the Somashekharji's names. All of them were made in their parents' names, even though everything was given by them. So that is Munindrau tau paraskritya, Jeshtho paraskritya, Brahmana paraskritya. By keeping elders, take their name first. Even if we exist, if our elders exist, they are given the puraskaraha. They are given the felicitation. They are in front of us. They are to lead us. So that is what is being told every time. So for example, gods also, Brahmanam paraskritya or Agnim paraskritya, right? They keep the leader in the front, the elder one in the front, the best in the front, and follow them. So Munindrau tau paraskritya mahayashaha ashu jagama. Immediately, by having Valmiki and Vishwamitra lead them, Daśaratha mahayasha dharma, Daśaratha immediately left Jagama. Sagatva nilayam raja śrāddham krutva vidhanataha prabhate kalyamuttaya chakre godanam uttamam.
Chakre Godanam Uttamam.
So Daśaratha, having gone to his place, his guest house, Sagatva Nilayam Raja, śrāddham krutva vidhanataha. Immediately they have done the śrāddhakaryam, which is, as we said, invoking all their ancestors and Pitrudevatas in general, and taking their blessings. Vidhanataha, as prescribed by Vedas. Vidhanataha. Prabhate, in the morning. Kalyam, Prabhate Kalyam, in the morning, Prabhata Kala. Utthaya, by waking up. Godanam Uttamam Chakre. Great, again, dānam. Godanam, they have done. Donation is a wrong word. So let us use dānam only. Great Godanam, great meaning grand Godanam, was performed by Daśaratha. Gavam Shatasahasram cha.
Gavam Satasahasram cha.
Brahmanebhyo Naradhipaha.
Brahmanebhyo Naradhipaha.
Ekaikasho Dadau Raja.
Ekaikashau Dadau Raja.
Putrān uddishya dharmataha.
Putrān drishya dharmataha.
Suvarna Shrungayaha. Suvarna Shrunyaha Sampannaha.
Suvarna Shrunyaha Sampannaha.
Savatsaha Kansya Dohanaha.
Savatsaha Kamsya Dohanaha.
Gavam Shatasahasrani.
Gavam Satasahasrani.
Chatvari Purusharshabha.
Chatvari Purusharshabha.
So Godanam, what is the details of that Godanam? Now he is explaining in the next two sentences, in the next two shlokas. Shatasahasram Gavam cha Brahmanebhyo Naradhipaha Ekaikashaha Dadau. Announcing a benefit scheme or, oh, I'm donating these 10,000 or this Shatasahasram, these 100,000 cows to that one village or to that one, to these Brahmins. No, it is not like that. Ekaikashaha. He was inviting one by one and doing the, wash their feet, offer Arghya Padya, Achamanam, and then Pravara reading, offering the go. And so one by one. He took so much time because he is delighted and he wants to do it vidhivat, as prescribed. For example, when we also, in the śrāddhakarma, there were 7 brahmacharis that have come. For each one by one, reading all the sankalpa, reading our pravara, washing their feet, offering them arghya, padya, and putting the water of the washed feet on our head, one by one. My wife was offering, I was doing it. So ekaikashaha. Because I did this marriage recently, sorry, I'm quoting all my personal examples only to say that I'm very delighted that I could follow whatever vidhivat, as much as possible vidhivat. So I'm quoting that. So ekaikashaha, that's the important thing there. One by one, individually giving the attention to each Brahmana so that they're pleased, so that they bless. And Daśaratha wants those blessings because he loves his 4 sons so much, especially Rama so much, that he is seeking everyone's blessings so that they will live happily forever. Rajo, Putran Uddishya, may my sons be blessed. In the name of their sons, he is offering these Godanam. And what kind of goes they are? Suvarna Shrungyaha, golden horns. So that means decorated with some gold on their horns. Sampannaha, Suvarna Shrungya Sampannaha. They are wealthy with golden horns on it. Savatsaha, along with calves, along with the calves, because not giving old, not giving old cows, but young healthy cows and young motherly cows with their respective calves. Savatsaha, Kamsya Dohanaha. They will fill Kamsya Patram, which means a big bowl, big kumbham, once with the capacity to fill the pot, the bronze pot with milk. That means so much healthy cows he has offered. Gavam Shatasahasrani Chatvari Purusarshabha. 4 100,000 cows he has given. So for each of his son, 100,000 cows, 100,000 cows. Third, 100,000 cows. Fourth, 100,000 cows. So many, each one decorated with gold horns and healthy calf, and still offering milk. Otherwise, it is not useful for a Brahmana, right? It will become a big burden. So if it is healthy and offering milk, then it helps them at least to take care of milk for their children and the home and Veda karmas, Vaidika karmas. Vittam anyatcha subahu.
Vittam anyatcha subahu.
Vijebhyo raghunandanaha.
Dvijebhyo raghunandanaha.
Dadau godanamuddishya.
Dadau godanamuddishya.
Putranam putravatsalaha.
Putranam putravatsalaha.
So this Daśaratha, who is Putravatsalaha, very fond of his sons, Putranam Uddishya, again in the name of or for the sake of his sons, Godanam Dadau, he offered these cows to all of them, Raghunandanaha. Also Vittam Anyat Cha, not just the cow, but he also gave some currency, some cash along with it, because to take them and buy at least minimum the feed for the grass feed or etc., right? To whatever minimum money is required to run it for a while. So that much cash also he has given. Vittam, cash also. Anyatcha, along additionally, he gave some more cash also to all of them, along with the cows, for the sake of blessings of his four sons, who is a Putravatsalaha, Daśaratha himself, very fond of his four sons. Sasutaihi krita godanaihi.
Sasutaihi krita godanaihi.
Vrutah sanrupatistada.
Vrutah sanrupatistada.
Lokapalairiva bhati.
Lokapalairiva bhati.
Vrutah saumyah prajapatihi.
Vrutah saumyah prajapatihi.
So Valmiki is ending this sarga with a beautiful analogy. Just as Prajapati is surrounded by all Lokapalakas, so also Daśaratha, Nrupatihi, son Nrupatihi, the best king Daśaratha, Sutaihi, with his four sons, Kruta Godanihi, who have offered the Godanam, surrounded by four sons, Daśaratha is appearing just as Prajapati with four Lokapalakas around him. Such a great analogy. That means by offering all this dānam, Daśaratha is not only delighted, but is also blessed and elated to that extent, to that divine ecstasy, that he is seeming like Prajapati surrounded by Lokapalakas. So also Daśaratha with his four sons around, he is looking so divine. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adikavye Balakande Visaptati Tamas Sargah
Dvisaptatissama sargah.
Atha Trisaptati Tamas Sargah.
Ata dvisaptatissama sargah.
So we will start the 73rd sarga also now. So janaka kruta mangalika veshaihi kumaraihi saha Daśaratham vivaha mandapam ninaya. Okay, the introduction of this sarga. Vasishto Vishwamitra Shatanandau Puraskritya Vaivahikam Upachakrama Dhrita Danodaka Ramadaya Sitadi Paningruhu Prapta Modascha Devaha Nritya Gana Purassaram Sura Taru Kusumani Vavrushuhu. So that's a brief introduction as commentary of this sarga. we will go in those details. So how this sarga is about the actual marriage details that is performed, panigrahanam details of how the four princes have taken the four princesses as their wives. Yasmin stu divase raja
Yasminstu divase raja
chakre godanamuttamam
chakre godanamuttamam
tasmin stu divase viro
tasminstu divase viro
yudhajit samupeyivan.
yudhajit samupeyivan.
So in that day, on that day itself, when Raja Daśaratha performed the Godanam, the great Godanam, tasmin tu divase, on that day itself, Viraha Yudhajit, that great Yudhajit, Samupeyivan, he has arrived. Who is Yudhajit? Where are we? Yudhajit is Kaikeyi's or Kaikeya king's son, who is Kaikeyi's brother, who is Bharata's Matulaha. So Yudhajit is our brother-in-law of Daśaratha, the third brother-in-law of Daśaratha. So Yudhajit from Kaikeyi, he Samupeyivan, he arrived the same day when he was performing the Godanam. Putra Kekaya Rajasya
Putra Kekaya Rajasya
Sakshat Bharatamatulah
Sakshat Bharatamatulah
Drishtva Prushtva cha Kushalam
Drishtva Prushtva cha Kusalam
Rajanam idam abravit.
Rajanam idam abravit.
So who is that Yudhajit? The details are given in the next sloka. Kekaya Rajasya Putraha, the prince of Kekaya Raja, son of Kekaya Raja. Sakshat Bharatamatulaha. Actually, the Matula is Mama of Bharata. Bharata's Mama, which means Kaikeyi's brother. Bharatamatulaha. Rajanam Kushalam Drishtva Prishtvacha, by seeing Raja and also asking him all the welfare. Sab kuch theek hai na ji? Jijaji, is everything okay? Are you fine? All of that. Rajanam Kushalam Drishtva Prishtvacha idam abravit. Then he said this. Kekayadhipati Raja.
Kekayadhipati Raja
Snehat Kushalam abravit.
Snehat kushalam abravit.
So our Kekaya Raja, my father, Snehat, friendly, he asked me to convey friendly greetings to you. Yesham Kushala Kamosi.
Esham kushala kamosi.
Tesham Sampratyanamayam.
Tesham sampratyanamayam.
He also passed on the greetings to for the welfare of those whose welfare you are seeking. Yesham Kushalam Kushala Kamosi. Whose welfare you are seeking. Tesham Samprati Anamayam. Unto them also he has given the best blessings. Swastriyam Mama Rajendra.
Swastriyam Mama Rajendra
Drashtukamo Mahipatihi.
Drashtukamo Mahipatihi
Tadartham Upayatoham.
Tadadham Upayatoham
Ayodhyam Raghunandana.
Ayodhyam Raghunandana.
I wanted to see my sister, Swasri. I wanted to see my sister, Rajendra. Drashtukamaha. I wanted to see her. Mahipatihi, rather, our king, my father also. Mahipatihi Drashtukamaha. So, tadartham, for that sake, aham Ayodhyam upayataha. I came to Ayodhya, to ask you to take my sister, because my father wanted to see her after a while. Raghunandana. Shrutva tvamaha Ayodhyayam.
Shrutva tvaha mayodhyayam.
Shrutva tvaham ayodhyayam
Shrutva tvaham ayodhyayam
vivahartham tavatmajan
vivahartham tavatmajan
mithilam upayanstu
mithilamupayamstu
tvaya saha mahipate.
tvaya saha mahipate.
Tvarayam tvarayabhyupayatoham
Tvarayabhyupayatoham
drashtukama swasuh sutam
drashtukamasvasusutam.
atha raja daśaratha. So we'll stop. My father wanted to see his daughter. Tadartham aham ayodhyam upayataha. For that sake, I came to Ayodhya. But Shrutva tu aham Ayodhyayam tavatmajan vivahartham mithilam upayatan. After coming to Ayodhya, I came to know that you are not in Ayodhya. For the sake of marriage of your sons, you came to Mithila. Having learned that tvaya saha mahipate tvaraya abhyupa upayatoham. In order to meet with you in a hurry, I further came from Ayodhya to Mithila now. Drashtukamaha swasusutam. I want to see my sister's son, Bharata. Drashtukamaha. Atha raja daśaratha
अथ राजा दशरथः
priyatithim upasthitam
प्रियातिथिम् उपस्थितं
दृष्ट्वा परमसत्कारैः
दृष्ट्वा परमसत्कारैः
पूजनार्हम् अपूजयत्.
पूजनार्हम् अपूजयत्.
So atha raja daśaratha. So thus Raja Daśaratha priya atithim upasthitam drishtva. Because for Raja Daśaratha, Kaikeyi is a beloved wife, because he is the youngest one, beautiful one, more stronger one, helpful in one of his previous wars. So she is a beloved wife of him, and so her brother also is a beloved brother-in-law for Daśaratha. So priya atithim, because he came without any appointment. All of a sudden he appeared. So he is atithi. Na tithi yasya atithihi. One who appears without any appointment, knocks at your door, he is a real atithi. You take an appointment and he comes, we say they are guests. They are not real atithis. They are abhyagataha. They have come as per appointment. But atithi is one who comes like this, like Yudhajit appeared suddenly. So atithim upasthitam priyati, and he is also a beloved atithi. Upasthitam drishtva, by seeing him present here. Parama satkaraihi pujanarham apujayat. He has also done, and Daśaratha did all the puja as eligible for this beloved brother-in-law atithi who has appeared, with all felicitations. Parama satkaraihi pujanarham apujayat. Tatastamushito ratrim sahaputrair mahatmabhihi prabhate punaruthaya kritva karmani tatvavit rishins tada puraskritya yajñavatam upagamat. So that night, having slept there with his brother-in-law and his sons, great sons, prabhate punaruthaya, by waking up in the next morning, kritva karmani tatvavit. So anytime there is a morning or evening or afternoon time that comes in the context, Valmiki keeps reminding about karmani, kritva karmani, apaupasprisya, sandhyavandanam kritva. So whatever are the prescribed spiritual and religious activities of those 3 times, one has to do, is the constant reminder that Valmiki is reminding us over and over and over and over. Anytime there is a reference that is to be mentioned of morning, afternoon, or evening, immediately he will say karmani kritva. So karmani kritva tattvavit, as per his as prescribed to him, having done his sandhyavandanam activities in the morning, Rishin tada, then Rishin puraskritya, by along with all his rishis in front of him, Yajnavatam upagamat. He then went to Yajnavata, to the Yajnavedi of Janaka. Yukte muhurte vijaye.
Yukte muhurte vijaye
Sarvabharana bhushitaihi.
sarvabharana bhushitaihi
Bhratrubhis sahito Ramaha.
ratrubih sahito Ramaha
Krutakautuka mangalaha.
Kautuka mangalaha
Vasishtham tu puraskritva.
vasishtam tu puraskrutva
Maharshin aparanapi.
maharshin aparanapi
Vasishto bhagavanetya.
vasishto bhagavanetya
Vaideham idam abravit.
vaideham abravit.
So, yukte muhurte vijaye. In the Vijaya muhurta, there are several Abhijit muhurta, Abhijit lagnam, different lagnas are there. So likewise, in a most appropriate muhurtam that was set for Vijayam, for successful activity, and also the name of the muhurtam also is Vijaya. Vijaya muhurte yukte, and the appropriate time of the Vijaya muhurtam, sarvabharana bhushitaihi, well decorated, with all decoration, with all ornamentation, with all salwar, whatever are those suits of dresses and all ornamentation. Sarvabharana bhushitaihi, bhratrubhihi sahitaha, along with his three brothers, Ramaha krutakautuka mangalaha. Rama also krutakautuka mangalaha. Mangalaha krita kautukaha. Seeking or wishing for the auspicious marriage, with that delight, with that happiness in his heart, and along with his brothers, appropriately dressed and decorated and ornamented. Vasishtham puraskritva maharshin aparan api, by having seeing Vasishta and others in front of him, they have arrived. Vasishtaha Bhagavan etya, then Vasishta went forward to Vaideham, to Videha king, who is Janaka, and idam abravit. And Vasishta said this to Janaka after Rama and his brothers have arrived in the best attire with all ornaments and decorations. Raja daśaratho Rajan.
Raja daśaratho Rajan.
Kruta kautuka mangalaihi.
Kruta kautuka mangalaihi.
Putrair naravarasreshthaya. Putrair naravarasreshto.
Putrair naravarasreshto.
Dātāram abhikaṅkṣite.
Dātāram abhikaṅkṣite.
Dātru pratigruhitrubhyam.
Dātru pratigruhityubhyam.
Sarvārtha sambhavantihi.
Sarvārtha sambhavantihi.
Swadharmam pratipadyasva.
Swadharmam pratipadyasva.
Krutva vaivahyamuttamam.
Krutva vaivahyamuttamam.
So Vasishta said this to Raja Daśaratha, to Raja Janaka as a formality. Rajan, O Raja Janaka, Raja Daśaratha, our king Raja Daśaratha, Kruta kautuka mangalaihi putraihi, with his sons who are wanting to get married for the welfare, for the best of their life, well decorated and all. Naravarasreshtaha, best of the kings, Dātāram abhikaṅkṣate. He's seeking the, again, English is bad, right? Dātāram is donor. He's he is waiting for the donor. He is anxiously seeking the donor in you, which means donor of his girls, of his daughters. So dātāram, kanya dāta, dvivachanam, dvitiya vibhakti is dātāram, it becomes. Hota, hotaram, karta, kartaram. So dātāram abhikankshate. Our Naravar King Daśaratha, along with his sons who are ready now to get married, is seeking the dātāram. He is seeking the donor. Datru pratigruhitrubhyam sarvarthaha sambhavanti. Unto pratigruhita of the Datru, unto the King Daśaratha, who is receiver, unto the recipient. Pratigruhita is one who receives. From Data is Datru pratigruhita, samasapadam there. So unto the recipient of the donor, unto the recipient from the donor, sarvarthaha sambhavanti. All purposes, all benefits are achieved. Sarvarthaha sambhavanti. So swadharmam pratipadyasva. So kindly, get to your dharma. And krutva vaivahyam uttamam. Please get to your dharma and offer or perform the marriage. Vaivahyam uttamam krutva swadharmam pratipadyasva. By performing this marriage, please live up to your dharma. Essentially, it is a known thing, but as a formal statement, Vasishtha made it to Raja Janaka. Ityuktah paramodaro.
Ityuktah paramodaro.
Vasishthena mahatmana.
Vasishthena mahatmana.
Pratyuvacha mahateja.
Pratyuvacha mahateja.
Vakyam paramadharmavit.
Vakyam paramadharmavit.
So after listening to Vasishtha's, Mahatma Vasishtha's statement, Paramodaraha, very magnanimous, Paramadharmavit, one who knows, one who knows the ultimate dharma, Mahatejaha, very, radiant person, Vakyam Pratyuvacha, he responded back with this statement. Kastitah pratiharo me.
Kastitah pratiharo me.
Kasyajñam sampratikshate.
Kasyagnam sampratikshate.
Swagruhe ko vicharosti.
Swagruhe kon vicharosti.
Yatha rajyamidam tava.
Yatha rajyamidam tava.
He again opened to that formal statement. He responded back with a formal welcome again, saying, Kah stitaha pratiharaha. Who is there to stop? Kasya ajñam sampratikshate. Whose permission or orders are you looking forward to? Swagruhe kaha vicharaha asti. In your own home, what are you thinking? What are you waiting for? Yatha rajyam idam tava. Because this is your own kingdom. This is like your own home. What are you seeking? What are you asking me for? Means, hey, I am ready. And just let us start. Right? But he's saying, what is, sir? What is this? Why are you asking me? What should you ask? This is your own home. This is your own state. Just take the marriage forward. Essentially, that warm opening up is the response he is giving in the form of these questions. Krutakautuka sarvasvaha.
Krutakautuka sarvasvaha.
Vedi moola mupagataha.
Vedi moola mupagataha.
Mama kanya munisreshtha.
Mama kanya munisreshtha.
Deepta vanherivarchishaha.
Deepta vahnerivāchishaha.
Sadyoham tvat pratikshosmi.
Sadyoham tvat pratikshosmi.
Vedyam asyam pratishtitaha.
Vedyam asyam pratishtitaha.
Avignam kriyatam sarvam.
Avignam kriyatam sarvam.
Kimartham hi vilambyate.
Kimartam hi vilambyate.
So he said, Krutakautuka sarvasvaha. Mama kanyaha. Deep. My daughters also. Munisreshta. Oh, Vasishta, the best of the Munis. Mama kanyaha. My daughters also. Krutakautuka sarvasvaha. They are also well decorated and they are mentally prepared for the marriage, eager to get married. Krutakautuka sarvasvaha. Vedi moolam upagataha. My daughters also have just arrived to the Vedi, to the stage. Deeptaha vanhehe iva archishaha. Archishman. Yatha archishman vanhehe deeptaha. Just as Surya, Archishman, Surya, Narayana, all names, right? Just as he would glow when Agni comes in front of him. Like, for example, Abba, Tirupati, when we went this time, that 10,000 donation is there for Srivani Trust. And with that donation, they take you directly till the Garbhagudi. So, of course, I mean, it is still, even after that, it is only 1 second. These volunteers are set to move you away, to destroy the bhakti in you. That apart. But when we saw that Divya Vigraham, and with all the lamps, right, with great deepams, not a small deepam, right? When they do with probably, I do not know the count, but it will be at least 50, 60 vartis. With such a big Deepavali, when they do that around, in that light, that Murti, that, I mean, there can, it is, my son-in-law said, Mama, I felt like I'm in Vaikuntha, he said, because that's the first time he had been to Tirupati, because they are not supposed to go to Tirupati on their own, because they are Lakshmi Narasimha devotees, some Sampradaya. So they are to be taken by somebody else to Tirupati only. And so first time he came to Tirupati and he said, I felt like in Vaikuntha, he said. So just as Archishman vanhehe deeptaha tatha, like so also, my daughters are deeptaha, they are also glowing with Krutakautuka sarvasvaha, because they are also eager to get married and ready. They're ready to be married. So they're mentally prepared, they're oriented, they're trained, and so they're very happy and glowing. So Krutakautuka Deepta Vanheriva Archishaha Sadhyaha Aham Tvat Pratikshosmi. And hence this moment itself, I am waiting for your Pratikshaha. I am waiting, I am looking forward to Tvat. I'm looking forward to you. Tvat Pratikshosmi. I'm looking forward to you. Vedyam Asyam Pratishtitaha. I'm looking forward to you first to sit on this Vedi, so that then we can bring the sons and the daughters and initiate the marriage. So Vedyam Asyam Pratishtitaha Tvat Pratikshaha Asmi Sadhyaha Aham. This moment, instantly, I'm looking forward you to come up to the stage and Avignam Kriyatam Sarvam. May you perform everything without any, obstructions, without any interruptions in between. Avignam Kriyatam Sarvam. Kimartham hi vilambhyate. Why are you delaying? No more delay. Please come on to the stage and start immediately. My daughters are ready. Daśaratha's sons are ready. Please, let's perform the marriage. Tadvakyam janakenoktam.
Tadvakyam janakenoktam.
Shrutva daśarathastada.
Shrutva daśarathastada.
Praveshayamasa sutan.
Priveshayamasa sutan.
Sarvan rishigananapi.
Sarvan rishigananapi.
Tadvakyam janakena uktam shrutva. By listening to that statement of Janaka, Raja Daśaratha tada, then Daśaratha, Sutan Sarvan Rishigananapi Preshayamasa. then he sent for his sons to be brought. Now go bring. They say, right? Likewise, Daśaratha then sent for his sons to be brought along with all rishis, rishigananapi. Tato raja videhanam
Tato raja videhanam
vasishtamidam abravit.
vasishtamidam abravit.
So then Raja Daśaratha, Tato Raja Videhanam Vasishtham idam abravit. Videhanam Raja, so that means Janaka, then he said this to Vasishta. Karayasva rishe sarvam
Karayasva rushe sarvam
rishibhis sahadharmika
rushibhis sahadharmika
Ramasya lokaramasya
ramasya lokaramasya
vaivahikim prabho.
kriyam vaivahikim prabho.
Kriyam vaivahikim prabho. You are very good, Lavanya. So tataha, then Raja Videhanam Raja Janaka Vasishtham idam abravit. He said this to Vasishta. Karayasva rishe sarvam rishibhihi saha dharmika karayasva. O dharmika, O rishe, along with all rishis, karayasva means may you perform. What? Ramasya lokaramasya vaivahikam kriyam. O Prabhu, may you perform the vaivahikim kriyam, the activities of the vivaha. May you perform the activities of vivaha without any interruption of Rama, who is Lokarama. Now Janaka is also started praising Rama. Rama Lokarama, because he started seeing him as Vishnu. Lokarama. Rama means Rama. Ramayati iti Ramaha. One who pleases, one who delights you is Rama. Ramayati iti Ramaha. Lokaramaha, Lokabhiramaha, we say, right? And that is what Janaka is also now addressing Rama as. Please perform the marriage of Rama, who is Lokarama, Lokabhirama. One who not only gives that delight to Daśaratha, or to Vasishtha, or to Vishwamitra, now to me, but to the whole world. Such a Lokabhirama. May you please perform his marriage. Tathetyuktva tu janakam.
Tathetyuktva tu janakam
Vasishto Bhagavan Rishihi.
Vasishto Bhagavan Rishihi
Vishwamitram Puraskritya.
Vishwamitram Puraskritya
Shatanandam cha dharmikam.
Shatanandam cha dharmikam
Prapa madhye tu vidhivat.
Prapa madhye tu vidhivat
Vedim kratva mahatapaha.
Vedim krutva mahatapaha.
Alam chakaratam. Okay, we'll stop that shloka there. So then, after Janaka said that, then Vasishtaha Vishwamitram cha puraskritya Shatanandam cha dharmikam. Shatananda from Janaka's side, Vishwamitra also, by keeping them also in their respective, in the lead. Prapa madhye, on the Vedim, Vidhivat, on the stage, in the Prapa is one area, by having Shatananda and Vishwamitra sit there, Vasishtha, Mahatapaha, Vidhivat, Vedim Kritva, as required, he started arranging all the things on the Vedi. You take the palikas, you put the kumbham and start tying the thread all around. All those preparations of performing the marriage, right? All of that kritva. Alam chakaratam vedim.
Alam chakaratam vedim.
Gandha pushpai samantataha.
Gandha pushpai samantataha.
Suvarna palikabhischa.
Suvarna palikabhischa.
Chitra kumbhaischa sankuraihi.
Chitra kumbhaischa sankuraihi.
Ankurādhyaihi sharavaischa.
Ankurādhyaihi sharavaischa.
Dhūpa patraihi sadhūpakaihi.
धूपपात्रैः सधूपकैः
शङ्खपात्रैः सृग्भिः
शङ्खपात्रैः सृग्भिः श्रुवैः
पात्रैरर्घ्यादिपूजितैः
पात्रैरर्घ्यादिपूजितैः
लाजपूर्णैश्च पात्रीभिः
लाजपूर्णैश्च पात्रीभिः
अक्षतैरपि संस्कृतैः
अक्षतैरपि संस्कृतैः
दर्भैः समैः समास्तीर्य
दर्भैः समैः समास्तीर्य
विधिवन्मन्त्रपूर्वकम्
विधिवन्मन्त्रपूर्वकम्
अग्निमाधाय तं वेद्यां विधिमन्त्रपुरस्कृतम् जुहावाग्नौ महातेजा वसिष्ठो मुनिपुङ्गवः. So again, as I said, as I'm reading each shloka, each detail here, I'm really delighted. Don't think I'm boasting over and over myself, but that's my personal experience that I have out of delight, I'm saying it. So going forward hereafter also, if you get a chance when you go to any marriage, and this is what I've been doing last several years, any marriage that I went to of my nephew and others also, I first go and sit on the Vedi. Somehow I'm also invited. I mean, fortunately, everyone knows me as knowledgeable in Sanskritam, as knowledgeable in some bit of our culture. So the Brahmas, the Pujaris, they invite me on the stage, somehow or the other, or the very father and mother of the girl or the daughter or the son, they invite me on the stage. So I go on the stage, I keep listening to the mantras, I keep observing all the activities, right? So also, you also go and observe that, so that you will know whether these shlokas 20 onwards till 25, these 5 shlokas, whether this manual, this is a manual, this is a manual describing all the ingredients requirements, whether all these are being prepared there also or not by that Purohita. Exactly, this is how most of the proper traditional marriages, if you have a very good Purohita, will be performed like that. And I'm also recollecting everything of my daughter's marriage also. So everything performed like that. So Vishwamitram Paraskritya, Alam Chakara, he has decorated the stage. Alam Vedim, Alam Chaktam Vedim, Alam Chakara, decorated the stage. With what? Not the other decorations of, hangings, etc., etc. Not that. Gandha Pushpaihi Samantataha, all around with pushpas. Gandha Pushpaihi Samantataha, all around. Suvarna Palika Bhischa. So there are palikas. If you have seen in any marriage, palika is a plate kind of a thing. Normally we make it with mud, but Suvarna Palika here. And in that palika, they tie with threads, fill it with what is called as a puttamannu. Puttamannu is most fertile mud or sand. In here they call it what? Earth. Soil. Soil, correct. Soil. Soil from the putta is what I forgot now in English.
Where the snakes
Where the snake, from the snake's homes, whatever, right? That soil, it is supposed to be very fertile soil. So that soil they put, and in that we do ankura of navadhanyaha. And then the expectation is that in 16 days they should grow well, as a symbolic way of seeing that your daughter or your sons, their marriage also will grow with so many offsprings and so much wealth and so much happiness accordingly. A symbolic representation. So Suvarna Palika Bhischa Chitra Kumbhaihi. Also you will see several pots, whether steel pot or brass or silver, gold, because they are kings, Suvarna Patra is. For us, it is mud patras or steel patra, steel kumbhas. Either mud palika, so a steel kumbha, or small silver kumbhas also. But if you are rich, then Suvarna kumbha, right? So Suvarna Chitra kumbhaischa sankuraihi. So with kumbhas, with pots also, you will see this thread. What do you call it? Thread tied in all around it in circles. I don't know how many of you have seen them.
We do have.
You have seen them, right? So palika. So such kumbhas and chitra kumbha, very beautifully well decorated, beautiful or uniquely decorated pots, and these palika sankuraihi, with these ankuras, with the seeds already sown in it. Ankurādhyaihi, sharavaihi, with these sharavas, sharavus are some of these ankuras of the Navadhanyas. So with them, ankurādhyaihi sharavaischa sankuraihi, along with these ankuras established or sown in these palikas, dhupa patraihi, sadhupakaihi, also with dhupa patras, where you can put all these agarabattis or dhupas, sadhupakaihi, shankhapatraihi. Shankapatras are the shankham itself, or tirtha patras, the panchapatras for tirtha, for achamanam, for arghyam, and marjanam. So the three patras and the two bowls to leave our arghya, our achamanam, and the God offered tirtham for marjanam and arghyam, which we take as tirtham. So those 5 bowls together. So one for achamanam, which is myself one, and my bowl to leave my water in it. So 2 over here, and one for arghyam, one for marjanam, abhishekam, and a receiving bowl for it. So these 5 are called panchapatras. So these together you can also call it as shankapatras, or one shankha itself, because from shankha they give tirtham, right? So shankhapatraihi, sruvaihi, srukubhihi. To do the yajna, you need 2 wooden devices called as sruva, sruk and sruva. One is to take the havis, which is either ajyam or the rice or any other havis that you are offering, and the other one is to put it in it, which you give it. So 2 are sruk and sruva, sruva sruk. Sruvaihi, srukbhihi, patraihi, arghyadi pujitaihi. So these panchapatras that we said for arghyam, etc. Arghyadi pujitaihi, laja purnaischa. Laja is what is laja? Sort of
Popped rice. Popped rice.
Popped rice. Popcorn kind of popped rice. Puffed rice. Not puffed rice.
Puffed rice.
Is it puffed or popped?
Puffed rice.
Puffed rice. Okay.
Yeah. Atukulu, right?
Atukulu. So laja homam we say, right? We do laja homam also. So laja purnaischa patribhihi. Other vessels filled with these lajas. Laja purnaischa patribhihi. Akshatairapi samskrutaihi. Akshatas. The very name akshata means, kshatam means wounded, broken. Akshata, non-broken rices, non-broken rice grains or akshatas. Samskrutaihi. How do you refine them, or how do you purify them? How do you make it samyak kritam samskritam? Samskritaihi akshataihi. You do that with haldi, which is a mangala padartha, and ajyam, the ghee with it. So with that you do samskritam of the akshatas. So samskritaihi akshataihi api darbhaihi samaihi. Darbhas are used for pavitra, we say, right? So when you have to perform something, we are asked to wear darbha and use darbha to transform and offer. So darbha are those specific long greens, leaves, grass leaves. Darbhas they are called, dry ones, which is also used to make darbhasana, and darbha for making these pavitras, darbha as a kurcha to, for example, yesterday in our Graha Pravesham, with the, after the tirtham finally, Kalasha Tirtha, you take this and with the kurcha, go sprinkle this tirtha water from Kalasha all around. So that is also darbha kurcha, darbha pavitras, darbha asanam. Darbha is the most purest of the grass. So darbhaihi samaihi, equal length of darbhas, not just picked ones, but properly put to the same size. Samaihi darbhaihi samastirya, by putting all of them together. Vidhivat mantra purvakam, as you are placing each one of them, you have to read corresponding mantras to invoke its adhidevata. Adhidevata for the palika, adhidevata for the kumbha, adhidevata for akshatas, adhidevatas for each of these. There is a corresponding adhidevata, and you invite them with the mantra purvaka, along with the, by chanting the mantra in the proper shruti and swara. By doing with mantra, vidhivat mantra purvakam, agnim adhaya, by inviting agnim adhaya, tam vedyam, in that vedhi, vidhivat mantra paraskritam, agnimi ide purohitam, right? Starts with that. So by inviting Agni, Juhava Agnau Mahatejaha Vasishto Munipangavaha. By setting the fire, he has invited the Agni into the Vedi, Vasishto Munipangavaha Mahatejaha Mantra Paraskritam Vidhivat, as per the Vedic manuals. 8:40, we are slightly delayed. There are 16 more shlokas in this sarga, but it's probably late. We will stop here, or let us invite Sita also onto the stage. We'll take 1 second. And Tatah Sitam Samaniya,
Tatah Sitam Samaniya,
Sarvabharana Bhushitam,
Sarvabharana Bhushitam,
Samakshamagnehe Samsthapya,
Samakshamagne Samsthapya,
Raghavabhimukhe Tada,
Raghavabhimukhe Tata,
Abravit Janako Raja,
Abravit Janako Raja,
Kausalyananda Vardhanam.
Kausalyananda Vardhanam.
So Tatah Sitam Samaniya, after establishing all of this, and Rama and all are already sitting there. Tatah Sitam Samaniya, after that they have brought Sita onto the stage. So now see, again I've been saying this several times, right? Ramayanam, Sita Rama Kalyanam is the role model of the marriage, right? Of or is our is the role model for us of how to perform marriage. It is not a Swayamvara, first misconception. Of course, it's a devotional fiction of several other later devotees, but as per Valmiki Ramayanam, it is a Vedic Kalyanam, Vedic Vivaha. So that means it is not Swayamvara. So far, Sita and Rama have not even seen each other, right? But they've heard of each other through parents, and they're excited. Wow, my father definitely might have chosen the best one for me, right? So now Sita is being brought, and Tata Sitam Samaniya Sarvabharana Bhushitam. See Sarvamangala, right? So Sarvabharana Bhushita, well, beautifully decorated. Samakshama Agnehe, Samaksham Agnehe, Agnehe Samaksham, in front of Agni, which means in front of the Vedi. Agni is because Agni is our Agni Sakshi, we say, right? He is our witness. Sa Akshi, he is one with the eyes, one with the sight. Likewise, Sama Aksham, properly looking at the Agni, and Agni properly looking at you, because he is our witness. Agnehe samaksham samsthapya, having her seated in front of the Agni, Raghava abhimukha tada, then had her facing Rama. Raghava abhimukham tada samsthapya, having made her sit, of course, in front with Agni in between, facing face to face of Rama. Abravit janako raja. Then the Raja Janaka abravit, he said this. What did he say? Kausalyananda vardhanam. Unto Kausalyananda vardhana, one who keeps growing the happiness of Kausalya, who is Rama. Unto Rama, he said this. Now see again, well, as I said, right, Ramayanam is the manual, is our authentic, is the authentic manual of life, which also includes marriage, of life which includes everyday morning. And we have seen in the very beginning where Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardhula Kartavyam Daivamannikam. That shloka became, is our morning Suprabhata shloka. Any Suprabhatam, they have to write in that, using that as the reference. So also in every marriage, this next shloka is the manual. This shloka is told by every Purohita for the son also. This is a sentence of the Janaka. So Janaka Kausalyananda Vardhanam idam abravit. What did he say? Iyam sita mama suta. Everyone say this.
Iyam sita mama suta.
Sahadharma charitava.
Sahadharma charitava.
Praticha chainam bhadram te.
Praticha chainam bhadranthe.
Panim grunhishva panina.
Panim gruhnishva panina.
Pativrata mahabhaga.
Pativrata mahabhaga.
Kayevanugata sada.
Chayevanugata sada.
These three padas are shlokarthas. So this 1.5 shloka is a manual. Every marriage they will make this say during Kanyadanam. The Kanyadata will be making this promise to the son-in-law, to the would-be son-in-law. Iyam Sita Mama Suta, my daughter, this Sita, Sahadharmachari Tava, Sahadharmachari, she will go, Saha means along with, Chari means walks, she will walk Dharma along with you. Sahadharmachari Tava, for you, of you, with you, of you or for you, she will be walking Dharma along with you. Sahadharmachari Tava, my daughter Sita. Praticha, please seek her. Icha means wish. Praticha, please wish her. Please seek her. Cha enam, please seek her. Enam Sitam. Praticha. Bhadramte, all the best to you. Panim grunhishva panina, with your hand, take her hand. Hold her hand and take her hand. Panim grunhishva panina, pativrata mahabhaga. She will be pativrata. Her vratam is pati. That's all. Pativrata means one whose vratam is that pati is everything. Is pativrata. Likewise, Rama took the new vrata of ekapativrata. He said, for me, patni is everything. That too, only one, not three, like his father's mistake. He said only one, and I will set a new role model. Till then, there was no such restriction. But Rama established a new model, which became, since then, in the entire world, except Islamic world, and soon they will also change, that you can have only one wife at a time. Kali Yugam, they have modified it. They said at a time. You cannot have two wives at a time. But Rama said only one wife for life. One wife for life. Jai Shri Ram. So, Pativrata Mahabhaga, she is a Bhagyavati, sorry. She is fortune for you. Mahabhaga. And Chaya iva anugata sada. She will walk you always like Chaya, like a shadow. She will be your shadow. That means she will never leave you. So much fond of you she will be. She will always be with you. And so Sita fulfills that promise. She says, I cannot be, when Rama is leaving, when we see next, we will study in Ayodhya Kanda later. When Rama is leaving and he says, Sita, you stay back. She says, no, where am I staying back? My father said that Chaya iva anugata sada. I have to go like shadow with you. I will not leave you, man. No, I'm coming with you. That's how Sita expresses, right? So Chaya iva sada anugata. This 1.5 sloka is the manual. Every marriage they read this to show and to teach rather. I mean, if you teach all this in that detail, some girls at least will be delighted to take up that Pativrata and all of that. But anyway, it is there in our DNA to be Pativrata of all our girls. So Iyam Sita Mamasuta Sahadharmachari Tava Panim Grunhishva Panina Praticha Chainam Bhadramte Panim Grunhishva Panina Pativrata Mahabhaga Chaye Manugata Sada. We'll stop there. We'll continue next session. Next session, next Saturday we will meet. Anyone, can any one of you say Shanti Mantra, Mangala Shloka?
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Sushachate Sudinanchate.
Dhanyavad Bhagaji.
Dhanyavad Bhogaji.
Dhanyavad Bhogaji. Very good session.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
to
very
listen
nice.
to such details.
Yeah.
Felt like not interrupting at any point.
Yeah, I was thinking, where are you?
No.
I see
I
you,
have
but
several
no,
things
not
to
hearing
say.
you.
There are several things to say, but this is a good, good chance for us to hear about the wedding also. So, so we heard live telecast of that also. So it was very nice. I'm very happy. And for this audience, I think it will be reiterating or no, not necessary. But the word dana, how it was misinterpreted recently in the Indian media, you know that, right? How people created but there was even an ad that says, "Main daan dene ki vastu nahi hu for Kanyadana." And one more thing that happened. There was one more celebrity who said, "I want putra dana," or something like that, without understanding what dana means. The root was dha means itself prosperity. Dharati, dānam, dhānyam, everything. You see everything where dha comes, it is all prosperity. You are parting from your prosperity, something that you love. Correct. And that's why you see for dānam, you see it's not bhiksha. You see the patratvam of the person who's to receive it. That's why you did all that due diligence, before you gave your daughter, right? So dānam is not given, hey, come here, take it away. That is not what dānam is. If we say you would have given like that, it is Kanyadānam. Kanyadānam means giving away. Then you would have given to anybody who asked. No? Right. You saw the patratvam of the receiver. Then that receiver has to be, be a person who's befitting to take that and take care of that for life. And you also, and in order to ensure that they keep the dhanam, like in the you also part for with some amount. See, the reason for that is not for anything else. As a person who owns something so lovely, that is very close to you, and you're parting that with somebody else. Correct. You are ensuring that that person takes care of it well. I'll give you some examples where people have sold their houses. Okay.
Sold their house.
Sold their house to somebody else.
Hmm.
After that, they go and see if they're taking care of that house well.
Hmm.
Arey, you have sold the house. How do you care? You're attached to that house. No?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you care? Arey,
Correct.
they shifted that room. They broke that, cut off the tree. Arey, you have sold the house. Why do you care?
Right.
No. But the attachment is there. No?
Correct.
So what I'm saying is, dānam, the word, it doesn't mean giving away our alms or no, etc. In fact, the concept of, when you see in those days, when beggars used to come in India, nowadays there is so much prosperity, the beggars don't come. Okay, to India. Those days when there were beggars or sadhu, sannyasis, they used to come and ask, dharmam jayandamma.
Dharmam cheyandi, exactly. They would remind about dharma.
Dharma. They would say dharmam jayandamma.
Correct.
It's your dharma to protect me. It is not. You are not. You are not.
You're not
It's
giving
not.
me anything.
You're
Doing your dharma.
You are doing a dharma by giving me food. You are
Correct.
supposed to share your food with me.
Correct. Dharmam
You are
cheyandi.
not,
Correct.
that is dharmam jayanti. They don't not say that is exactly the meaning. You're supposed to do that.
Correct. So they were also dharmic.
Yeah,
alms
exactly.
seekers.
See, sadhu, sancha, and
Today's ones are
when you say
beggars.
sadhu, they're not beggars.
Beggars, and they were dharmic alms seekers.
Yes, because they are ensuring that people share their food and there is the distribution of wealth
Correct.
to people. See, when those days sadhus means what? They are not people who are useless people lying on the street.
Hmm.
They are ensuring that they would say good things to people. When there was some dispute, they'll go to the sadhu.
Correct.
So assuming that they're a good part of the society. So it was an essential part of the society where people are neutral and people are saying good things. Sadhu itself means that.
Correct.
Okay, today means see, our own curses of how we scold people have made degraded. We call somebody sannyasi. Okay,
Yeah.
see, it is our fault. We say call somebody sannyasi, then the respect for the world is decreasing.
Yeah.
Like dānam, same thing. You said you made dharmam, dānam, and all. Giving alms to somebody. That's the concept of West, where I'm giving alms to somebody. There is no such word in Sanskrit.
Correct.
You have to
Sorry
give
to interrupt.
support.
We have not stopped the recording, Bogaji.
Oh, have I not stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.